Wonderful boys. Let's sync here, guys. In 1, 2, 3.
Okay. All right. Okay. New Year's Day observed, huh?
Mm-hmm.
January 3rd, huh?
We talked about that on the Hive Hour a little bit.
It's a little bit of a stretch.
So they took off the New Year's Eve too.
Disaster
That's
over
yeah, that's a bold move
You guys are getting ram jammed by that
by
place.
any establishment. Yeah,
And they
that's
gave you cocksaki.
a bold move. That's some seriously questionable customer service.
This place has been dunking on you guys a little bit.
It's parenthood that's dunking on you.
They've been alley-ooping it right in your face. Oh.
Oh man. Well, they'll be open tomorrow, hopefully. If they're closed tomorrow, Pat, what are you gonna do?
I
Scream?
don't want to think about that. I want to get
Okay.
just through
They'll
today
be open.
There we go.
and start the week for real.
Morning and welcome to episode 849 of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, January 4th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. Today we have Mark, Pat, Wes, and I'm Will. Full house of hosts today to talk about all kinds of shit. I'm sure. Wes, what's in the cup of coffee in the big time?
We're going to be doing a little food double. We're going to be talking a little Betty White, and we're going to be talking a little Pabst. Pabst Blue Ribbon.
PBR? Okay.
PBR.
Nice.
What is it?
Lots of
What is it, college?
lots of food industry news there. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's
Nice. Nice. Love food, personally. I mean, I'm a big
Me
fan.
too.
Yeah.
So
So much so I
you didn't
noticed
want to
that
put
you-
on the jacket. Yeah.
also, yeah, both of us love food so much we needed a little ventilation on this show. I don't know about you, Wes, but I made myself flapjacks and chicken earlier today. That was a nice second breakfast.
I started my diet today, so.
Oh. Does that mean you ate good today, or did you have something bad today?
No, I ate good today.
Taking some thermogenics. You're hot, a little hot under the collar.
Yeah, no, none of that. I took maybe a 15-minute walk.
Nice. That'll do
Yeah,
it.
pretty good.
Hey, you got to chip away slowly. You got to
I
chip away.
just had to say I did something, Otherwise,
gonna-
the whole week would have been fucked.
We're going to talk about resolutions a little bit
How
later.
far
Pat,
did you
what's
get before you turned around? Like a quarter mile?
No, I've got it. My foot is all fucked up. It's not gout, but it's all fucked up from I wore the wrong shoes on a wedding one day, and I'm so
You-
fat that I
You have to clarify that it's not gout.
Yeah. If I wore the wrong shoes, I'm at the point now where I'm fat enough where if I have no support in my shoes, my one foot is destroyed for days.
Can't
Bad
walk
foot.
this week. Yeah.
Yeah, literally, it's been torture.
You know me, I got the one fat foot.
It's not gout.
It's not gout though. Definitely not gout.
What's in
Nice.
the TikTok moment, Pat?
Oh man, tons of good stuff. We're going to Japan. We're going to Afghanistan. We're going to Germany. You're gonna love it. So just get ready, because we're going all around the globe.
It sounds eclectic.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Speaking of eclectic, I'm going to talk about my favorite villain on the show. And I want to give a shout out for everyone that's leaving the 5 stars on Spotify. Thank you. You don't have to write any messages. In fact, you can't. Just go to Spotify, type in Hard Factor, click that 5 stars, click submit. Appreciate it. We're climbing up the ranks there. Also, look for a tweet or go to our Instagram stories and vote for us to be the best podcast for pod ad reps this year. So please, if you see that tweet or Instagram thing, click on it and select us as the best show. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I've got a little entertainment news later on. Has anybody been watching Yellowstone 1883? Either of those?
Yeah, bro, I'm watching every sode, man.
Damn.
I'm
I just
addicted to
Tear
bought
through Yellowstone.
Yellowstone
bought-
is incredible.
season
Yes.
4 of Yellowstone, and then I'm going to buy 1883 afterwards so I can binge them both back to back.
I shot a text to a friend of the show, James Abear, 2 days ago. Said, "Hey, bud, first 3 episodes are good. A lot of character building, bit of a slow burn. The things ramp up." And he goes,
He just laughed.
"Yeah, just wait."
Oh.
He said,
Well, I
"Just
bet
wait."
because you know how you know how Yellowstone escalates, and if
You know how T-shares
Yellowstone
goes.
don't play, bro.
so if 1883 does the same, I'm excited.
By the way, I've noticed I have to rewatch Succession, but Yellowstone seems like Succession Montana version. Just calling it. Just saying.
Also, probably first,
pretty much the
first,
exact same storyline.
First, in my opinion, a little better.
Yeah, it's like New York version is Succession, and then the same exact version with the patriarch who's like getting a little old and needs to pass on the family thing. It's the same show.
It's
Yeah,
similar.
It's the
yeah.
same
Yeah,
show.
less good acting, less good writing, but yeah, it's similar.
Don't you knock on Yellowstone?
No, Yellowstone is better than Succession.
Yeah, Pat's
in my
saying the
opinion.
other. Pat's saying the other.
Pat's taking the other side of the.
No,
wow.
I mean, there's a
Of the scale on this
groundbreaking television show happening right now on HBO called Succession, and there's a pretty good show on Paramount Plus called Yellowstone.
They're the
I
same.
I
show.
think Kevin Costner is just fine. Like he's in his prime right now.
Oh, is
Yep.
he in his prime?
Yeah, because of Yellowstone.
Clearly.
Is he in his prime?
Yeah, he really is.
You ever
I mean,
seen Brian
I'll
Cox
tell-
do his thing?
I'll tell you when he wasn't in his prime. There's a HBO. Speaking of Madonna special, where it's
Brian
like
Cox
her-
is amazing too.
Madonna's like concert from the 90s, and she goes behind the scenes, and Kevin Costner wanted to meet her after her show, and she was so bored with him. Like after she finally gets away with him, she tells the camera, she's like, what a fucking bore that guy was. Costner was trying to hook up with
He's
her.
picked it up
She-
from there because Yellowstone's got a lot of fireworks. I mean, that's quite. And
It's a good show.
1883, I'm sure. Same. Let's
Same thing as Succession. All right, let's do the news though, right?
Yeah, a little bit different.
a little bit.
Okay. Let's do the news.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
Today's fun fact is all about spaghetti. Spaghetti is the plural form of the Italian word spaghetto, which is a diminutive of spago, meaning thin string or twine. Okay. Also, Italians never use a spoon and fork when eating their spaghetti. This is an American habit. In Italy, you simply twirl the fork against the dish, which isn't as smart. But those Italians, they like to go down with their ship of cultural traditions. You know what I mean? Those Italians are a stubborn bunch, loyal to a fault. You know what I mean?
Now, get that, but with a spoon?
Yeah,
Are you
you never-
implying that you eat spaghetti with a spoon?
At nice restaurants, Italian
used to.
restaurants, they do give you a giant spoon.
They give you a
Really?
pasta spoon.
That's
Yeah.
like a serving spoon.
no.
No, it's like to
No.
like pool your pasta that you've
I was
twirled
just
in your.
I was just at a super nice Italian restaurant in Austin, and they gave me a giant spoon, which I did not use. But I did a much worse sin. I just cut up my pasta with a knife.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're lucky you didn't get thrown out.
Whoa.
I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to get it all over my new outfit, but I did anyway.
That's
So,
Olive Garden behavior, Mark.
I know. I wasn't proud of it, but it was.
You get a nice, tightly wound hunk of spaghetti on a
Oh.
spoon. Oof.
You should have
Wes,
called
what-
him over.
How long?
You're like,
do
hey,
think
can you
you're gonna
wind
get-
the spaghetti for me?
This is day one of your diet, and this is your fun fact.
Yeah, well, you'll see why later.
Okay.
Because Wes
Also-
is daydreaming about food all day while I
He's
do
a masochist.
I am absolutely that. Also, one more fun fact.
Hurt me, Daddy.
Thomas Jefferson is credited with being the first person to introduce pasta to America back in 1799. So, I mean, tough to say a bad thing about the guy now, right? I mean, if he introduced
Pasta.
introduced pasta and garlic bread,
I'm sure no Italians had
All is
brought it at
forgiven.
all. None of them at all had introduced pasta at all. Just Thomas Jefferson.
no, he gets the credit.
Right.
So,
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
That's
That's
a
because he
huge-
wrote the fucking textbooks.
Huge feather to your cap if you introduce pasta.
There's
Pretty
no
big.
way. How is Thomas Jefferson going to be the first guy that brings pasta to America? There's not a
Because he had the only boat, Will. There was like 4 boats, and he had one of them. So, I mean,
No, I don't.
someone was
believe
going to do it.
Not
It
for
was
a
probably
second.
one of his slaves, and he stole
right.
the
It was
idea.
brought over on a
Yeah.
slave ship.
And then
is
one
what
of,
he's
and then
saying.
he stole the idea from a slave and took credit
Right.
for it. Yeah.
he did a lot of things, you know.
he did.
Sa-
He did.
Sally Hemings gets credit for that too. Yeah.
Like, pioneered one of the first refrigeration systems by digging a deep hole below the permafrost so you can keep meat cold all winter.
That's
I
and
just
fresh.
can't believe that
And
there's no
summer.
Italians that brought the pasta before Thomas Jefferson. That's just ridiculous.
We're just gonna have to go with it.
Who says that?
some
Thomas Jefferson?
some spaghetti facts website.
Okay.
You've been on spaghetti facts all day. Good. Good.
Holidays. It is Dimpled Chad Day. Those are those little punch things in the voter machines that caused all the controversy in the 2000 presidential election. It is Free Flower Basket Day. I'm a Mentor Day. National Spaghetti Day. There it
You
is.
dog.
Yeah. Trivia Day and World Hypnotism Day. So you guys into hypnotism? You
You
think you
skipped
could?
over Braille, huh? You know.
I did. I couldn't see it. Yeah.
I get it.
Wes had that one.
I didn't actually.
He was okay using it or not. You know, he would throw it away or he'd use it if
Mark gave me the opportunity.
Set him up.
Yeah.
Chemistry.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it. Okay. You guys into hypnotism? You think it's real bullshit?
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I think
Howard Stern has a lot of great hypnotism segments on his show that are very convincing, but
it can work sometimes for some things.
Right.
I mean, I think what they claim if you're not into it doesn't work on you. I totally would go to the world's best hypnotist and be like, I'd love you to try and try to be open-minded, but I don't think it would work. And then he would blame it on the fact that, or she would blame it on the fact that I wasn't open-minded.
Right.
enough.
You're just thinking about how you can't be hypnotized the whole time.
Which is bullshit. So it's,
Have you guys ever been? I've never been hypnotized. I was never that
No,
lucky
because you
kid
can't
that
be.
got selected.
No, I've never been hypnotized and kind of scared of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's definitely possible for people to like enter like a different state of like a heightened suggestion from hypnosis if they're willing to give into it. But
it's the people that they're like, bark like a dog, and then on the snap of 3, and then they start barking.
When I say NASCAR, your ass itches.
like
you know,
involuntary reactions, they can get people to have those if they're into it. But if they're not, then they're just closed off to
you
it.
have to be playing along, I think, a little bit.
Must be.
You know what it is to me? It's like if you go to one of those giant mega churches. And they're like they heal you from being a cripple from your wheelchair.
I don't think it's that strong, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
I think it's similar. Yeah.
Those are
Herpes
miracles.
gone.
It's more
Those are
like no.
miracles.
At a church, it's more like feeling the power flow through you, and you
It's
start
all
throwing
bullshit.
your hands
It's
up,
bullshit.
and you're like,
Right.
"Whoa!"
I
you
can
know,
walk
like,
again.
It's adrenaline.
This isn't like other
Start
churches.
running the aisles, man.
We have drums.
That's about it.
No, there's some churches out there that can cure you. Well,
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sure,
Yeah.
but this isn't as extreme as curing somebody who's lame.
On this day in history, 1964, Patsy T. Mink was sworn in as the first Asian American woman and woman of color in Congress. So, big step for women. 1964 with that one.
so what the hell happened since?
Oh
Well,
man!
now-
if you want to go back, it goes back way further. There's a regression that started well before Patsy Mink.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying from 1964 to 2020, how many Asian women have been? Not many.
Not many. Speaking of regression, in 2007, Nancy Pelosi became the first female Speaker of the House on January 4th. 1847, Samuel Colt sells his first revolvers to the U.S. government. And in 1959, Luna 1 becomes the first craft to leave Earth's gravity. That was a Soviet craft. So they one-upped us with that one for a while.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. They were ahead. Not for long.
Not for
Man,
long.
Nancy's made a lot of money since she got that job.
Sure has. It's been there for a while.
What do you think it's like to be in that
Lucrative
like
role?
You think it's just a lot of like psst, put your money here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then her and her husband do it
Yeah.
big time.
Pat, think about the opportunities that we have had
Right.
to be
on
told.
shit altcoins, so we're
Yeah,
like jumping on it.
Yeah, you're
And
speaking
then
of the
think
house.
about-
That's
speaking of
not
the
all
house.
coins. That's
This is
something else.
This is the majority of Congress, though. It's
Right.
Pelosi and her husband do it very well, but
they're
so do a
they're
lot
the poster child.
So do a lot of senators.
Oh yeah,
and
for
how-
sure.
Right.
The
Both
richest
sides of the
guy.
aisle.
In fact, nobody's doing the story today, but the richest
Virginia guy?
hedge fund manager
yeah.
is going to run for Pennsylvania Senate in
Yeah.
2022.
That's
so the
great.
richest hedge fund manager in the world, the U.S. or the world probably, is going to run for U.S. Senate in Pennsylvania. This
I
coming up.
wonder if he's going to win.
Oh, he's going to have pretty good,
He's going to have a good chance.
pretty good campaign fund probably.
budget.
The I wanted this is what I want to what I wanted to get at. The first African American senator was in 1870. I want to say Hiram Rebels, I believe. Is that true? Yeah, 1870.
Yeah, it was definitely the 1800s. Yeah.
Okay. Honorable mentions. I don't know if you guys covered this, but Anchorman and Office star David
Oh yeah. We didn't cover
Koechner, a.k.a. Champ Kind, and David Packer, was arrested New Year's Eve for a DUI and hit and run on a street sign. Here's his mugshot.
Sign.
Oh, look at that. Who's got 2 thumbs and can't drive good drunk? This
I'd like
guy.
to slather some barbecue sauce all over that sign.
Yeah. Slather. It's me. I'm drunk. Yeah.
I'm going to fuck your mother.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess people called on an erratic driver. That was him. He blew a .13 and failed his field sobriety test, and then back at the station he blew a .12. So whoopsie.
Why do you blow both times?
You think he grabbed the cop's crotch? Hey, you're like Jimmy tapped him.
That's I mean that's not like that's like I mean you're hammered, but you're not.
He
like,
should have waited. He should have waited 2 hours.
Yeah, he should have had the wherewithal to wait.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or not drive.
Or not drive. Yeah.
Right, or not drive. Either one of those, right, Pat? But yeah, I mean, once he was caught,
You're gonna have to sit a few plays out here.
.13 and .12. I mean, he's like, it's what did he have? Like, 10 beers, and then he just got
probably.
loopy.
Everyone is saying he's basically just his characters.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
in real life.
I mean, the mugshot looks like it. He's got like the side mouth. He looks like he's about doing some stick.
I already smiled, you son of a bitch.
I dare you. Give me another breathalyzer. I dare you.
Yeah, I feel like when you take a mug shot, you kind of got to lock in one place, right? Like if you start taking a step forward at the police officers, they don't like that. But he looks like he's in motion at the camera.
I heard he was very angry during his mugshot.
Yeah.
He looks
Oh,
angry.
it's time for the fingerprinting. Bring your mother over if I'm going to be using my fingers.
Also, here's a picture. Whammy! Here's a picture of his messed up car. I guess TMZ took. I don't know if that's where he hit the sign, but doesn't look like he's rolling in money right now.
That sucks. It sounds like he's got a bad drinking problem too.
Yeah, it does.
He's driving around like
Every character he's ever played has had a bad drinking problem.
Also, Big Daddy Weave. Pat, do you know who Big Daddy Weave is? It's
Not familiar.
A famous Christian band. Their bassist died of COVID at the age of 42.
Oh no.
Yeah, Jay Weaver. There he is right there. So
He's Big Daddy Weave, probably.
Yeah, he's one of the brothers.
Big Daddy
Weaver
Weave's got
brothers.
some big daddies in there. Look at those thighs on those big
Yeah.
daddies.
Well, he is in a wheelchair because he had his feet amputated back in 2016.
Gout?
And
Oh no.
I don't know if maybe diabetes. I'm not sure.
Oh
You
man.
wore the wrong shoes.
He also was on dialysis in 2020.
Yeah, I heard. That was something. I saw an article recently about how many people on dialysis got just destroyed by COVID. That as a real huge group that was just absolutely rocked by the pandemic.
Can we talk about what a misleading name that is for a Christian outfit?
Oh, for sure. I was expecting a bunch of black
Big
guys.
Worm.
Big
What's
Daddy
it?
Weave.
Big Daddy Weave.
Yeah,
Big,
yeah.
Reminds me of Big Worm from Friday.
If they're all well, shouldn't they be the big weave daddies, plural? Because it's the weavers.
Big
Woven
Weave Daddies.
Big weave daddies. Yeah, there's more than one.
What is the
Jay
where does-
Weaver. The Jay Weaver and his brothers, apparently. So, like, if there's multiple weavers, Big Daddy Weave, that's one weaver.
Yeah,
but if Big Weave Daddies.
Let's name our band something that makes you think of something sexual and
Isn't
intense,
that
and
also-
then sing nothing about that?
Pat, you've been in the music industry. Isn't it common for brother bands to name their band after their dad though, or like after their family kind of?
Yeah, I mean, it's
pretty
it's the-
sure.
it's the easiest band name that you can do.
Right.
Yeah, it's always whenever it's a brother band, it's always something about the family.
There's
It's
definitely multiple weavers in the band. Mike Weaver
yeah,
and Jay
exactly.
Weaver.
So they go, so they just go Big Daddy Weave. It's the
It's
only
their
way to make our
dad,
last
yeah.
name.
Should have called
And
themselves
the
the
other
Baskets.
the other Weaver brother is even. Dude, Mike Weaver is significantly beefier than Jay Weaver, who just passed away. R.I.P. His
guy.
brother
I
is
think he's in the
huge.
middle there. Yeah.
R.I.P. Yeah, but some big boys in the family.
Yeah. Last honorable mention: Tesla stock soared to over $1,200 a share yesterday after recording a record number of vehicle deliveries in 2021. So it's more than doubled since June.
I got a Tesla story for you later.
Nice.
Yeah, it's probably gonna keep going up.
Elon hinted that 2022 is going to be a great a year with a tweet of him flicking a tiger's or not him, but someone flicking a tiger's nutsack, and the caption is 2022. Here we go. So
Yeah, no, that's accurate based on my story. He started off 2022 with very aggressively. Yeah,
yeah, cool.
Yeah,
it could have been someone with a stick hitting a hornet's nest as well. Any of those, yeah, flicking the tiger. A box of
Flicking the tiger's
tarantulas would have
nutsack.
worked. Yeah.
I am about to unleash hell upon you all.
Yeah, it's his
Well,
year,
I don't know
guys.
what he's. I mean, he's gonna unleash
year.
something. We'll
Seems
find
to
out.
be. I'm sure would have gotten in on that stock and when it went down. Top 3. Number 3, Chipotle was trending because they have announced a new plant-based chorizo and lifestyle bowls to kick off those New Year's resolution. In their press release, they said Chipotle
Lifestyle bowls.
Yeah, lifestyle bowls with this plant-based chorizo.
Come on, man.
Yeah, they're designed to make healthy habits easy and accessible. Lifestyle bowls are pre-configured entree made with real fresh ingredients that align with nutritional preferences like the Whole30, keto, paleo, high protein, all that stuff. It's not lab created. It's made on a farm.
It's not lunch. It's a lifestyle.
But hate to burst your bubble out there, Chipotle people, but their Chipotle burritos are worse than Big Macs. When you boil it down
For
the nutrition.
calories, yeah.
For fat, for cholesterol,
Like
for
1,500
sodium.
calories, yeah.
Yeah. Just one quick fact: a burrito, like a pork burrito with the normal stuff, has 31 grams of fat. A Big Mac has 30 grams of fat.
They're exactly the same, basically.
Yeah. Well, the cholesterol is much higher in a burrito, and so is the sodium
Okay,
That
but
guac,
if you go
though.
to if
and
you go,
carbs too.
but if you go to Chipotle, you're getting a burrito, and that's
getting a
probably
burrito.
it. You're not getting just one Big Mac sandwich at McDonald's.
No,
like,
no,
what
no,
are you,
no,
nuts?
no, friend.
Yeah.
No, my friend.
Getting
Yeah.
double meat burrito.
Not
Yeah.
if you were in the West.
No.
Yeah.
You gotta
Plus,
go
you
sides.
gotta triple those stats for McDonald's.
Just saying, Big Mac versus burrito. Those are the stats.
But the burrito's lunch. The Big Mac's not lunch.
Yeah, you might get some chips while you're at Chipotle, maybe. you know.
Okay, all right.
You got to go just bowl.
Just saying, it's not this healthy
Lifestyle
fucking
bowl, yeah.
thing that everyone thinks it is.
Comparing the Big Mac, McDonald's. to Chipotle.
Bonus food trending. A video posted by an Outback Steakhouse chef on TikTok has many people shocked at how Outback prepares its lobster tails. Here's the video from Dirty Dog 420. So he's putting the lobster in
Dirty
fresh
dog.
lobster tail, and then he's gonna
Dirty dog.
pop it right in the microwave.
Oh,
Boom.
That's Red Lobster.
That's Outback Steakhouse.
Outback.
Oh, yeah. Rough.
And then he's going to take it out, and they are cooked to perfection after 2 minutes in the microwave. So there you go.
Perfect anniversary meal.
I could have done that.
And just here's what Outback says on their menu. Lobster tails, 2 cold water tails, perfectly steamed for maximum tenderness, $29.99. So,
Whoo, shit.
$29.99 for some microwave lobster tails
Oh,
at Outback.
shit.
Yeah. Number
So, I mean, people
Dude,
are mad about that.
Big Daddy 420, really, he's blowing the whistle.
I'm sorry, man.
He blows the whistle on a lot of kitchens. That's all his TikTok is
Daddy.
him getting fired and rehired at kitchens and blowing the whistle on them.
They got to find out they got to vet Big Daddy 420 better.
Yeah.
He goes viral and gets fired.
He ruins
immediately every
restaurants.
time.
Yeah.
Do Subway tuna next, Big Daddy.
Number 2, the Betty White challenge was trending. You guys heard about this?
No.
Okay, well, Betty White, who we lost a few days ago at the age of 99. She was a huge animal lover, according to Distractify. She volunteered at the Greater Los Angeles Zoo Association. She was a trustee and chair. She also worked with the American Humane and was a major donor to guide dogs for the blind, telling Smithsonian, "There isn't an animal on the planet that I don't find fascinating and want to learn more about." So on January 17th, the day that Betty would have turned 100, the Betty White Challenge asks everyone to donate $5 to their local Humane Society, animal shelter, rescue group, etc., in Betty's name to honor her life and love of her animals. There is a note, though. Betty's Yorkshire Terrier, Gigi, right here, she was mauled and killed by a pit bull in 1998.
You're kidding.
So there's
You liar.
Pit bulls are the only animal that Betty hated. So she would rather you burn the $5 than give it to any organization that deals with pit bulls. I'm told that if you must donate to a shelter where there are pit bulls, so all of them, you must note on the donation that the money is not to go to any pit bulls. So
No bad dogs.
rest in peace.
That's a fabricated story.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even have to look it up.
The challenge is real. Well, look at it. There's her.
No, the
there's,
challenge is real. That
there's
dog didn't
Gigi
get
right
mauled.
there.
Where's the?
Yeah,
where's
but
the,
just because the dog
Yeah.
exists doesn't mean it was eaten by a
she
pit
looks
bull.
like that. Looks like it's post 1998 to begin with.
Chances are high. I know. I tried to guess the date as best I could.
I thought you nailed it, Wes.
Thank you. Number 1, or what do we call that?
The cream of the crop!
Pabst Blue Ribbon beer was trending because of this tweet Pabst put out on Twitter and then quickly took down. Here it is. Where it is. Pabst said, not drinking this January? Try eating ass.
Okay.
And that tweet was put out at 8:30 in the morning yesterday.
That's a big dog 420 style.
You know, I got to
Good
say,
suggestion.
so someone who's written for our show before, for our live election shows, I believe at one point had the keys to the Pabst Twitter, and that's Critter, but I don't think he did that one. I think he's moved on. But that's pretty good, man.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's a funny tweet. It's from a beer company, so that seems like inbounds to me.
Yeah.
Like
It's
look,
fucking Pabst.
They're making fun of dry January, okay? And they're selling beers, so they don't want people to do dry January. But if you are, whatever. But I mean, why did they delete it, Wes? What's
I don't know. I
Got
think
a pretty good
people,
idea, Will, why they deleted it.
what do you
Yeah.
mean? You got a good idea? That's good for Pabst right there. Just leave it out.
But do you think that tweet was run up the flagpole? That's my question.
I don't give a fuck if it's ran up the flagpole or not. You see the engagement.
Well,
it
you're
gets
not the
getting,
president
you
of
just
you're
let
not
it
Mr.
go.
Pabst.
Someone at Pabst doesn't like it.
You're not the king of Milwaukee, bro.
Wes, do you have some of the follow-up
was.
emails where they talk shit to people?
I do, yeah. So
Those are great.
Yeah,
the
those
fun
are great.
began after people started sharing, quote tweeting the original tweet.
Yeah.
Here's one.
The account holder didn't go away. He was all over it.
Yeah, he wasn't. So one person asked. PBR or ass? What's the difference? And then Pabst Blue Ribbon responded with, "Ask your mom."
Fuck
Yeah.
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 Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy was
PBR guy.
he was on fire.
Yeah.
Guy or girl, whoever was running the account.
The
on
adrenaline was flowing through that person. Couldn't type a wrong answer in. Just everything they were going to shoot out was going to be gold.
It was like a free play in football because you knew you were
Yeah.
losing your job at the end of the day. You might as well stick it out and do some good work.
Yeah,
do
the work
some
was
work you're
good.
proud of.
The work
Right.
was good.
And,
Be proud of this. Whoever gets fired for this, claim this on your next thing. Because a lot of people are going to side with you on this one.
Yeah, well, I mean, Will, you would kind of hit it. There's one tweet that says PBR stock before deleting this, arrows going up. After deleting this, arrows going down.
Right.
So they should have just left it up. I mean, the eating ass thing is
that person's going to get hired by a comedy team or something like to run a Twitter account.
yeah. So
Pretty funny.
Cheetos or if any like
liked
that.
it.
Yeah, it is funny.
I mean, the big corporations with their Twitter accounts they just went maybe a little too far for some people, but they are getting more risky these days.
How many people are going to be like, I'm not drinking PBR
Nobody.
again because they tweeted about eating ass?
Nobody.
PBR drinkers are
Nobody. No one
Nobody.
no one that binge drinks PBRs gave a fuck.
This guy's getting a raise. This guy's getting a huge raise because we're
He's
talking
shaping
about
the
brand.
brand.
Everybody's talking.
Is what
about
he's doing. He's shaping the brand.
That's right.
Yeah. And I like PBR back in the day. I don't mind drinking it.
I mean, I would never have considered drinking a PBR until that tweet.
There you
Right.
go.
Yeah, this is a funny ass tweet, I mean, that's gonna sell some beer.
Yeah, I might go pick up some PBR this week,
Yeah, it's refreshing.
Well, they didn't know. They took it down. That's the thing. It's like,
Yeah.
Now
but
I don't know if I'm with Pabst.
I'm still in my mind though.
I don't know if
PBR.
I'm riding with Pabst after they probably fired this person too, whoever.
They should have left it up and just kept
should've left it up.
Let's not
responding
make
to the
assumptions.
insults.
Wow.
Why don't we DM the Pabst account and say this
Yeah,
you?
we should ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, is this still you, bud?
Hey, young bull.
Yeah.
There you go.
You want to come on the show? Talk
bet he
about
would.
your tweet? Yeah.
Yeah. So those were the trends. That was the cup of coffee in the big time.
Nice. All right. Well, then let me go. I'm going to go next. Longtime listeners of the show know that I have no bias against psychotic billionaire, the world's richest man, Elon Musk. I have nothing against that freak. But, sometimes I've been the bearer of bad news when he fucks up. So I have to present the news. Guess what he did this time?
He broke all-time stock records for Tesla.
Yeah, that's true.
Man.
Got another weirdo pregnant.
He delivered a
guess.
really scary prophecy about the future without seeming to give a fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, good guesses. But what he did for this story is he
Tesla prototype.
Tesla opened up a showroom in Xinjiang, China, a geographical location made famous for the massive internment camps of Uyghurs, the group of Muslim people that China is trying to reprogram and is treating incredibly inhumanely, allegedly doing things like removing women's uteruses and beating the shit out of the Uyghurs that don't want to reprogram, who they also allegedly put to work all day long and don't pay. So
So Elon wants to sell cars to the people running that show.
Yeah, Tesla's just deciding now to enter the market in Xinjiang for the first time. Good call, Elon. The showroom's in Urumqi, Urumqi, butchered it, but that's the capital of Xinjiang. And Tesla held a huge opening ceremony on December 31st to close out 2021. They had a big party. Quote, this is what they wrote on Weibo, which is like China's like Twitter. It's like a huge social media platform in China. They said, on the last day of 2021, we meet in Xinjiang. In 2022, let us together launch Xinjiang on its electric journey. And then they put a bunch of pictures from the lavish opening ceremony event they had on December 31st that included like Chinese lion dancing. So like people were dressed up in the lion outfits and like doing the Chinese lion dancing. And then they had a bunch of people with Tesla hearts, Xinjiang signs. And then they had a live feed of the Uyghur camps playing to show that none of them were escaping. And they said, wow, that's a lot of uterusless hands to build batteries. I think this is going to work out great.
Yeah, isn't it also like a mountainous region? They probably have the mines for some of the battery materials there.
Oh yeah, it's all there. Will it's all there. Will
But
batteries going to be flowing.
Yeah, he's you know what he's doing? Because Biden just signed the Uyghur Forced Labor Act last week, and so he's buying low on Xinjiang when the rest of the world is like, hey, slave labor is not cool. Elon Musk is like, actually, if you're very cool billionaire, it's amazing, and
it's
I'm
the
gonna
best
go
possible thing for my company.
Well, that's a dick move.
This just doesn't feel very Muskian, to be honest with you.
I've been telling you guys for years the guy's a scumbag. The guy's a scumbag. In fact, there's apparently 1 million Uyghurs detained in the camp, so if Nike doesn't watch out, they're going to stop stitch and swoops and start accidentally injuring themselves building car parts and batteries.
Lots of fingers going
in December, like Will said, Biden signed into law new laws banning the majority of imports from Xinjiang. The same month, Musk threw a party there. Not sure if he gives a shit, though, because apparently Teslas are becoming insanely popular in China, so he can just sell 50 times more Teslas over there with support from the CCP and free labor from the Uyghurs. Kind of a smart move, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't know about you guys, but if I'm over there, I'm never buying a Tesla because if I was a Uyghur, I'd be cutting brake lines. I'd be getting my revenge.
Yeah, but Wes, what are they gonna? How are they gonna get out of the camps? I don't think that's a thing. They keep you locked up. If you're somebody who's gonna,
don't think they're manufacturing anything.
Oh, if there's any doubt the Uyghurs Chinese have that you're about to cut a brake line, you're not getting out of the camp.
You think the Uyghurs are all advanced engineers that know how to make the car look perfect but break down in a year?
This is a bad situation
I don't think so.
here.
You know, Wes,
keep a couple screws loose.
That happened at the Ford plant, or was it the GM plant in the 1980s? Because morale was real low, so they were like slugging beers on the line and putting beer bottles in car doors and shit, cutting brake lines.
A lot of recalls.
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah, totally.
We'll see. I mean,
it happened here. It can happen there.
I'm not buying one.
I think the second that happens, they'll crack the whip on the Uyghurs.
Right. They're also going to have.
They're just going to kill them. You know.
They're also going to have like Tesla employees QA the stuff that gets put together.
For sure.
So it's not going to be a good situation for anybody besides
Tesla,
Elon Musk.
Just Tesla
and the CCP. They're just like, it's a match in heaven. They're like, oh man, the world's richest man.
I mean, he could literally sell 0 more Teslas in America and be the richest man in the world because China's going to eat them all up. This is the opposite approach of Walmart, who recently stripped any products made in Xinjiang from Walmart and Sam's Club shelves, saying, we aren't selling products made from slave labor anymore. To which China responded saying Walmart's, quote, stupidity and short-sightedness would come back to bite them, and then called for an online boycott from the Chinese citizens.
Yeah, no, I respect Walmart and Sam's Club for this, but also this is why Costco was always better, because they didn't have to do this.
Well, I'd like to point out that in 2022, or the end of 2021, Walmart, the store that destroyed every mom and pop store in the United States, is taking a stand while Elon Musk is throwing lavish parties in Xinjiang and laughing all the way to the bank with his weird ass cadence. Yeah, fuck him. Anyways, that's the story.
Damn.
Scumbag.
Scummy.
You wouldn't think Walmart would be, taking the high road.
Walmart's the good guy. And Elon, people need to stop worshiping Elon Musk.
But seriously, though, the fact that Sam's Club and Walmart had so many Uyghur products on the shelves that the government of China had to come out and be like, "You're gonna regret this, taking all these products off your shelves." How much slave labor shit have you bought if you've been buying from Walmart?
Well, a million people times 2 hands, presumably. They probably cut a few of their hands off times 1.5 hands. That's 1.5 million hands over there working 14, 16, 18-hour days.
Guys,
They make a lot of products.
Not picking up products for the lowest price possible is not capitalism. I'm just saying.
Oh, Elon Musk likes capitalism. He
You got to get it as low as someone's willing to sell it to you.
Yeah,
It's
in
free
China,
market.
It's free.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. That's like
It'll work itself out in the end.
It's a villain move he's pulling right there.
It's
a
the biggest,
major.
It's the biggest capitalist in the United States shaking hands with a communist country to steal their slave labor and materials.
Yeah, he's a villain.
It's kind of fucked up. Yeah,
It's a major villain move.
yeah. It's time
The
to
people over here, don't
time
you?
to start recognizing Elon Musk for what he
It's
is.
amazing that he broke stock records for that too.
Yeah.
It's like
Well, because Tesla stock is they're gonna sell 10 times more cars. I mean, the stock's gonna go up.
world is a cold ass place.
It is.
But let's take it. Let's flip that around, fellas. Let's flip the script on that. It's the new year. As the new year begins, we're all doing our little refreshing rituals, like going to the gym or eating a salad for the first time in 5 months. Probably a lot of people doing that this week. Maybe if you're feeling up to it this year, you're setting a New Year's resolution or two. Check out patreon.com/hard factor, the Hive Hour last week and this week. We did some resolution talk. We did a little Oculus boxing review. So some fitness and New Year's stuff there. If you're still inclined. Anyways, if you're setting your resolutions, you're thinking about all this stuff as the new year resets. I felt like a feel good segment about the king of feel good vibes, Keanu Reeves, maybe some good inspiration to anybody who's maybe looking for some of that in this new year, this 2022.
Thank you.
You about to give us some Keanu porn?
Keanu feel good porn.
No, I mean I love it, bro. If I see Keanu, I'm clicking. So my brain is clicked in.
Good. Yeah, and you're gonna feel great after this. And hopefully he can make us all feel good following 2 historically terrible years. Utah, give me 2 better years. You know what I mean? Okay.
Yes.
And the reason Keanu is in the news again for a feel good story is because it turns out, according to Lad Bible, a site that I understand is debunked quite frequently, but they still reported this, that he donated about 70% of his Matrix 1 earnings to leukemia research, which I guess everybody knew he gave to leukemia research a lot, but they didn't know quite the extent of his salary that he gives to it. So he was inspired to give the roughly $25 million to charity because his younger sister, Kim, who I'll show you guys a picture of here. Kim's on the left there. You see.
Yep.
She was diagnosed with leukemia in 1991 and battled the cancer for a decade while Keanu took care of her. And then Kim's treatment alone was reportedly about $5 million. So if you roll all the donations, the work he's done with his own leukemia foundation, and the treatment costs that Keanu has put up against leukemia altogether over the years, it's probably about the entire $35 million he got paid for the original Matrix.
Well, I'm so happy you're telling me this because I knew a different Keanu story about his Matrix 1 earnings.
Oh, really?
Which is that he gave part of it to the VFX and costume department.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So Pat, he's also notorious for that on set. He's known for helping the crew move, like helping grips move equipment. He's known for like giving. I think he gave all of the people on like John Wick or some movie Harley Davidsons, like the crew. So like he's known
Buys
as very
American.
generous.
He's the opposite of Elon Musk.
He's like
Very
Oprah.
yes.
And look, I'm all down with people helping people move. Like
Yin to
that's
his yang.
it's very cool on
Right.
a movie set, but it's a union gig, so watch your step, Keanu. I'm just saying.
He probably gets yelled at for that.
Your heart is in the right place, but it's a union job.
But
But who's going to tell Keanu?
he's a
not to
badass
do
of
it?
giving, Pat.
The
He's-
Teamsters.
Yes, they probably do tell him that all the
He
time.
probably
So-
charms them too, though. They're like,
Keanu, we know you're trying to help.
yeah,
His name means cool breeze, you know.
yeah.
But yeah, so not only is Keanu putting up all of this cancer fighting effort with his massive career earnings, he also helped coin one of the most iconic feel-good phrases of all time back in 1989 from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So I'm going to play that for you, and I think it's a good tone setter for 2022. So here it is.
Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes!
You see, it's a powerful statement.
Classic.
Be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.
No, I think it says it all.
I think so. I mean, and especially after these last 2 years, you could see why you might want to carry that with you into 2022. And here's Keanu and Bill. You guys know the name of the other actor?
It's Bill Winter.
Bill Winter.
Oh, Alex Winter.
Alex Winter. Here they are explaining just exactly what be excellent to each other and party on means.
I know you knew that, Mark.
Excellent to each other mean.
You got to add the second part, though. It really is a two-part thing, right? It can't be the one without the other.
Look at those teeth.
Right, and party on.
Yeah, he bought new teeth.
I think the sentiment of it is really just be the best person,
like a
human
game
you
show
can
host.
be. And if you do that,
Talking about Alex
then you
Winter's
can
new
party
teeth.
on.
Yeah.
You know that you're going to be safe. You're going to be.
They call them chompers
supported.
now.
You're going to get
You
the
look
gift
natural, right?
of giving. You're going to get the gift of receiving. You're going to get the gift of sharing. Just some
I'll give you the number of my guy.
humans on a rock in space.
Sits by the phone waiting for Keanu to call him all day.
So
Yeah, he needs new teeth.
kind of promote that idea.
I think for
We
me,
doing
Bill and
5?
Ted has always been about being compassionate to your fellows, but also engaging with life. That's what the party on part has always meant to me. Of just like, you can be compassionate and still just live. In
Looks like he's
isolation.
slowly
Bill and
turning
Ted
into
are
a
always,
basset
like,
hound.
going out and
Oh,
on
man.
these adventures with
He's
like
had some work
optimism
done.
and hope and positivity. And so I think it's like, be kind to your fellow man, but engage with the world, like be out in the world. And that's a really cool message, I think.
Well, there it is, straight from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, I mean it's the 2 commandments, really. You can stop right there. Be excellent to each other and party on, dudes. That's all you need.
Yeah, it's good one for 2022. I thought.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
It's been pretty much exclusively negative stories. For that's just because that's how news works. But once in a while, toss in a good one there.
Things are turning around for Chinese citizens. They'll be able to buy Teslas for 18 grand soon.
That's true. Discount.
There's so much
opening
more
discount.
Keanu porn out there, though, bro. There's so many other things he did, like that time that he got
the
on
plane crash?
They missed the plane. And
And he walked everyone to the safety and
Yeah, and he did something really nice for Winona Ryder for years, and then there's that one picture of him sitting on a bench that had to do with something good. I'm pretty sure
He gives up his seat on the subway in New York. I mean, it's just incredible what the guy does.
He's like
he exists.
Bill Murray. The Bill Murray stories
you know.
where he's like that, but like with kindness.
Yeah, I think that
They have
this is
BuzzFeed
just,
articles about his things. Yeah.
this is just about the dollar amount.
Yeah.
That's why he's in the news again.
Well, he's like Betty White. He's like just the best. Keanu Reeves, Dolly Parton. Don't take Dolly Parton or Keanu Reeves from us in the next 30 years. Okay.
He seems pretty healthy.
that's true. Just don't go to a theme park during the holidays. It's just not worth it. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I want to go to Dollywood." You don't. Okay, you don't. Do you guys want to? I don't know. Get international with me?
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
All right, guys. Brecken Sie Deutsch. Come to Germany with me. Why don't you? 700 goats and sheep in Germany were arranged to form a gigantic syringe in an effort to encourage more people to get vaccinated against the COVID-19 pandemic. And to that, I say, isn't that appropriate? 700 sheep doing exactly what they're told by their master, blindly obeying and doing exactly what the big man wants them to. I bet not even one of those sheep has taken the time to check out the real facts about fighting a virus that we don't even know exists. What do you think's better, sheeple? Millions of years of human evolution, of natural immunities? Or needle rape with an overnight, quote, vaccine that's not only systematically killing our top athletes and leaving our most alpha of alpha males sterile, but perpetuating the totalitarian power grab by the Democratic Party through their global human enslavery project. Wake up.
Swelling Nicki Minaj's cousin's balls.
Oh, big balls. Can you put that picture back up?
Yeah. So it's they made a syringe, right?
Yeah.
And from
it makes me want to do heroin.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
It makes me want to do
That's the
heavy
stupidest
drugs.
thing. Why did they do this?
I don't know. But
Somebody's just really into the vaccine. And
Someone had a lot of time. Someone had a lot of time on their hands.
It took 3 days. It took 3 days. But they were sheep, so they'll do anything. They, like they were busy.
They were like they put food down in the shape of a syringe, and that took them 3 days. And then the sheep moseyed over to it.
Maybe they were auditioning like new sheep herders for this farm, and they're like, "We have a project. If you can get them to do it, you're hired."
Just trying to hype up the COVID vaccinations had the opposite effect on me. I went to Sherry Tenpenny's Telegram, and that's where almost all of that came from.
You started going down a rabbit hole.
I went back.
Oh wait, she did this because she's protesting the vaccine?
No, I just went through like 6 weeks of her Telegram, and then like just grabbed chunks of it, and then that was what I read to you about being sheeple. I'm just saying it's inappropriate. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Lemmings. Let's take it to Japan, guys. Japan, this new year wasn't one of hope and new beginnings, but instead one of death and despair, as the population of Japan has been absolutely decimated by an antiquated and outdated tradition that many in Japan are saying has finally overstayed its welcome. And I'm, of course, talking about the extremely deadly New Year's custom of consuming mochi, the sticky, sweet rice cakes, traditional delicacy served to celebrate the new year.
Mochi's delicious.
It is delicious, deadly delicious, Mark.
Yeah.
On the 31st alone, 2 women choked to death on mochi, and 4 others were hospitalized as they tried to swallow the delectable treats that proved to be just too ooey gooey to make it past their esophagi.
I could see it, yeah. Makes sense.
They suffocated the dessert lovers from the inside like a gelatinous boa constrictor made of sticky sweet death.
Not a bad way to go, though. You're dying, but all like your taste buds are also dying. You know, they're like, "Whoa, this is great."
I'm never gonna
Mochi's
eat
the
mochi
shit.
ever.
This is the shit they give you like at
It's filled with ice cream.
poke places, right?
Yeah, it's like a like you said, it's like a bread thing, and then in the middle, it's like usually ice cream.
Yeah, it's just ice cream that you could choke to death on.
Yeah, but it's so good.
Not for me.
It's
Guys,
delicious.
Mochi-related deaths have become so common that the Tokyo Police Department has set up a special website offering tips on how to prevent choking death on the
Don't
culinary
eat
tradition.
mochi.
Yep. Some of the suggestions offered include cutting the rice cakes into smaller pieces
Yeah.
and eating less fast. Yeah.
Huh.
Tell you what, it is.
Why are they so Yeah, but fuck that.
It's hard
How
to
can
chew.
it be-
It's hard
it's
to
such
chew.
It's such an effective and efficient blocker of your windpipe.
Yes.
That's not an appropriate dessert. It's like
Well,
it's like the
no
ultimate
pain,
choking
no,
hazard.
no pain, no gain. It's like you're experiencing this delicious thing. It's like when Homer Simpson ate that rare fish. He might die, right? But it was delicious, and the risk is probably part of the enjoyment. Like if I'm eating a mochi and I'm almost choking, and then I get it down, I'm like, that's a bonus.
Great feeling.
Pretty much
great
what
feeling.
autoerotic asphyxiation is. But, Will,
Don't
there
think
are
I've
some-
had it. I'm telling you, this is bad press for mochi.
There's some grandmotherless Japanese people that would agree with you guys, because these warnings are especially meant for the elderly who are at the greatest risk of meeting their maker through mochi. The 2 women that I spoke of earlier who lost their lives this year were in their 80s, as were the majority of the 9 women that were murdered by mochi in 2015.
This is insane.
It's pretty dangerous, guys.
This is like shark bite rates.
Well, you need teeth. If you need teeth for mochi. Let's put it that way. You need
That's a
to
good
nibble.
point.
You need
you
to kind of
can't gum it.
chew that. Yeah, you can't gum that stuff down.
It's a very fair point.
Yeah.
Hadn't thought about that. In other Japanese news, guys, the world's oldest person recently celebrated her 119th birthday in a nursing home in Japan.
And they killed her, giving her mochi.
Well, Kane Takanaga.
puck of mochi.
Tanaka. Kane Tanaka, who's the current Guinness World Record holder for old, was born on January 2nd, 1903, And Tanaka, who spends her days being wheeled between two different windows in an assisted living facility in Hagishi Ward, Fukawa. She's outlived all of her 9 siblings, her children, and she's been a widow for the better part of the last 29 years as her husband died in 1993. And when Tonka was asked what she wanted for her 120th birthday, she said very faintly, "Give me mochi."
Yeah, exactly. put her out of her misery. A giant serving
Did
of
you guys
mochi.
see China claimed to have a woman who just recently died at 135 years old?
No, see, I was
and
going
that
to
she
bring
was
it up.
born in 1886,
no,
right?
No.
Didn't they claim that?
No, there's fraud in most of these oldest people stories. It's usually like one of the offspring. The mother
Identity
dies,
theft.
and then a daughter takes over the mother's identity.
Right.
This
was the
happens
one in
really
all
Heroes.
over the world. Yeah, this happens all over the world. I'd say 50% of the oldest people is bullshit. They're just.
But
people.
no.
Yeah.
Kane Tanaka, she's
not 100. She's not 119. She's her daughter. That's her
You
daughter.
don't think so?
No, she's like 90.
I saw some pictures that she looks 119. That's
Yeah.
a very good
119.
picture of her.
Bullshit.
Tell you what, Kane Tanaka, her eldest son, left the house in 1937 to fight in the war. That's how old that lady is. Guys, let's go to beautiful, sandy, sunny Afghanistan. Guys, the Taliban leadership of Afghanistan continues to demonstrate their organizational and leadership prowess as they recently ordered that all the clothes shop mannequins in the province of Herat are to be beheaded. And I know what you're thinking. No, it's not for practice.
Yeah.
It's because Taliban officials ruled that the mannequins with heads were sinful idols.
Yeah.
So
Hey, does anybody else want to fuck the mannequins when they walk down the street?
They're too attractive. Cut their heads off.
there's only one thing we
We
can
must
do.
behead them.
Guys, the decree was pushed out.
After we fuck them, though. Fuck them first, and then behead them.
They won't be able to see us doing it. Guys, the decree was pushed out by the Ministry for the Propagation of Virtue and the Prevention of Vice in Herat, which is the body, no pun intended, that is responsible for the strict and strictest interpretation of Islam.
So literally, a man complained that he became aroused
He's too
by
worked up.
the mannequins. And
Well-
then this branch of the government acted in
Just
this way.
rows and rows of men standing outside the store staring at the mannequins. They're like, we got to do something about this.
It's the first time they've seen
Nothing's
Sheik
getting done
in
in
their
this
lives.
town.
Guys, at first, Sheikh Azu Rahman, he ordered that the shopkeepers get rid of the mannequins completely, which was met with an almost unanimous backlash, with shopkeepers saying things like, "Oh, come on, we just got these mannequins." And he's acting like these are actual women, not mannequins.
Are they feeling up the mannequins? Is that what's going on?
No, he said he wanted them out at first, and the shopkeepers were ready to have a what is it called? What's the
about to
word?
get stoned to death if
the
they-
Holy War?
Yeah, they're gonna die for their
Yeah,
mannequins.
they need to chill out and just let
Yeah,
the
guys.
mannequins go. Yeah.
Jihad?
Jihad. Yeah, they were about to jihad. So in an exercise in diplomacy, the Sheikh decided to make a compromise in true Taliban style: decapitation. He sent a note to all shopkeepers that read, "All the mannequins in your stores must be headless." I don't know if that was the tone.
Fours or below.
Right, that was the quote, though. Business owner Abdul Wadud Faziz Zarad, he told the Italian newspaper Repubblica, "Each mannequin costs $100 or $80 or $70, and beheading them will be a huge financial loss, not to mention the damage it's going to do to the hat and sunglasses industry in Herat," right?
Oh, no.
Come on. My brother just opened the sunglasses hut. It's devastating.
Yeah. I mean, can they make uglier mannequins?
Oh, man. I can. I don't
Is
know.
it just the female mannequins they're cutting?
Oh, yeah. Look
Yeah,
at those mannequins. The
Look at
mannequins with
lipstick.
the lipstick.
Oh, the lipstick.
That's
the
way
lipstick
too much
better be
lipstick.
gone. If I see a shred of lipstick.
What were
Did
they
you order this
thinking?
mannequin with an open mouth?
Oh wait, go back. Do you see the one mannequin giving? It looks like she's giving you the side fuck eye. Right
Oh
here.
yeah, she's tilted towards you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You're right.
That's the problem.
She'd been repositioned.
Right.
Bad plastic girl.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah, there were some guys that were real worked up.
I'll tell you, yeah. Somebody was like, "This mannequin is about to make me jizz my pants." Prime chic. Can
I
you
walk
please
past
behead
this
the
store
mug?
every day on the way to work.
She's eyeballing me.
What a fucked up country.
Yeah, for women.
Very important things they're doing over there.
Tesla will be opening up a showroom next door to this mannequin place any day now.
I wish we still had the clip from Fox News over the summer where it was like, "It's hot boy summer, and the Taliban are having the time of their lives."
Yeah, they're on the duck boats with the machine guns, shooting them in the air. Oh,
It truly is.
Yeah, that's going to do it for Hard Factor, guys. Pray for the women of Afghanistan and any Americans that are still stuck there, because I know we don't have them all out. No way. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for letting us do what we do. And have a great fucking day.